Okay. Welcome and Akwaba, as we say it in Ghana, to everyone joining us today. My name is Phoebe Global, the Executive Director for Global Chamber in Accra, Ghana. Some few housekeeping. We'll be grateful if you could keep your microphones on mute until you are called to speak. And for those just joining, if you can edit your name and add your country location, that will help us to better connect in the meeting room. Now, we are privileged to have Miss Yvonne Rivers of Phoebe Marketing Group presenting to us today on the topic, how to create a business strategic plan for 2022. A topic I am sure is of interest to all of us as we prepare to further grow our businesses in the new year. As Benjamin Franklin puts it, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So let us hear from the experts on what we need to do. Yvonne has been the principal of Phoebe Marketing Group since... I'm getting feedback from someone. Okay. Right. So, like I said, Yvonne has been the principal of Phoebe Marketing Group since 1997, a business development, marketing, and training company serving globally and headquartered in Washington. She's a busy speaker and global business issues across the globe, and we could not have chosen any other person to talk on this subject. It is therefore my pleasure to now invite Yvonne to tell us a bit more about herself and for her to share her knowledge and experience in how we can grow our businesses and her upcoming events that might be of interest to you. So over to you, Yvonne. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Ruby. I'm so excited to see all the little pictures across the screen. So I'm going to start my I'm going to put up and share, make sure I'm good with that, and then I'll share a little bit about me and who I am and what I've been doing since 1997. Actually, probably since 1988. Let me see if I can enlarge this. Notice my show. Move for me last time. There we go. Let's see if I can move. There you go. Yes. I am Yvonne Rivers. I am CEO and founder of Phoebe Marketing Group, Phoebe Global, since 2008. Yes, 2008, 13 years in global. And I am your global expert. I am your speaker. I'm the person who takes you hand to hand to take you A to Z, to be face-to-face with you, back-to-back with you, to help you grow your business. And just as Ruby said, this is October 20th, and 2022 is right around the corner. I really encourage my clients to really look at planning year-round, but even more so beginning now, October 1. A lot of people have that as the end of their fiscal year, but whatever year you have is a calendar year or whatever, or fiscal year for your company, this is when you need to start to plan. October, November, December, that gives you 3 months to be ready to hit the ground running January 1. Anyone who waits until January, New Year's, you finish with the celebrations, and then you want to start, I think I'll plan for this year. Guess what? You're too late. You're entirely too late. Now you can do something, but you've missed the boat and missed a lot of opportunities that really can be operating, because 9 times out of 10, you need a 90-day window to really promote, market something for it to happen so money can go into your pocket. So what we're going to talk about today is how you can create a strategic plan, and I like to say in 4 different stages. Now we're going to give you some snippets of all the stages today. That's leading up to we're really conducting an actual full course on November 4th. And that's an opportunity for you to sign up and register to take the whole course to create your strategic plan during that period of time. But behind the plan is actually that I call the back office and the back support and so forth. And I'm happy to have at least one of my team members, Edna from Nairobi, is on, and maybe I think maybe Tilda or someone else will join from Zimbabwe, and another person from Kenya. So I have global team. Without people, you can't do it. So if you really want to grow, you've got to expand your network, expand your system. So I'm going to talk about the 3 Ps: people, process, and profits. Now, I say people because you've got to have people behind you, whether it's you alone as a solo entrepreneur. That means you're wearing all the hats. That means you're doing all the things. That means you have to have a P, process, system in place. We are here on Zoom. And when the pandemic hit last March of 2020, it's been a year and a half. And people were going to, what can we do? What can we do? Zoom has been around since 2010. I've been on it since 2013. So it was wasn't a pivotal shift for me. It really just increased my business. But you have to have a process. You have to have a system to create your strategic plan and to implement or activate it. Because you can have a plan, and let me see, how many of you have a business plan or strategic plan? Raise your hand. How many have it? I can't see everybody at one time. Ruby, help me out. How many have a strategic plan or business plan? Raise your hand. I see Katie has one. Can't scroll through. Who else has one? I see somebody just raising a hand. Good, 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 good. When was the last time you looked at it? When was the last time you looked at it? Because if you created a business plan, a strategic plan, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, how often do you update? The only thing constant is change. So we have been through a change in a season of how people work. So it really should be some edits and some revisions and some modification in your business strategic plan. The other question I ask you is, has it been successful? Have you met your goals with the strategic or business plan you have? If you have, congratulations, do more. If you haven't, sit down with yourself, get a piece of paper, and write down and figure out why it didn't help you reach your goals. Doesn't mean you can't reach your goals, but you're going to have to make some changes in that. So that's the process we're talking about. Then we look at profits, and I put profits in here because unfortunately, so many times people are doing great work, but at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year, they're not getting profits. If you do not have profits, guess what? You do not have a viable business, which simply means, and sometimes if you can't pay your bills or your payroll, you're insolvent. You're not technically a business. So profits plays a part in there. So people, you've got to have good people, and you have to know who you're looking for. My team I have built over the past 18 months. I've got 4 in Africa, 2 here in the US. And really each one of them have their tasks. They're all are qualified to go across, I say, the board and exchange. So if one person is out from something, there's someone else who can step in there. So it's important to say people, process, and profits. Now you're welcome to put any comments or ask any questions in the comments or questions. So Ruby, help me out with that. If somebody's asking a question, I'll have a problem with that. The part of your goal is, if you're the head of your company, whatever size company, if it's just you got 1 people, 2 people, 100 people, you're the boss. Buck stops with you. It's up to you to set the pace. And that simply means that you've got to be the lead with it to determine. So we're all talking about, this is all the process. It's not just about what numbers and what things you put on paper. You've got to prepare yourself to be a successful entrepreneur. So the question is, how do you build $1 million business? I put 4 Ds to that. I like for people to remember things. We already went over 3 Ps: people, process, and profits. Now there are 4 Ds, how you determine what services or products you have. You know what you're offering, and you need to know how to tell people what you're offering. That's the pitch. So we cover the business pitch in our strategic planning class. So you need to determine what services or products you're offering. Number 2, be able to describe your customers. We offer business training for businesses and nonprofits around the world in 4 continents. We do that through business development, marketing, and coaching, as well as pitch competitions and pitch coaching. That's a general summary of who we are and what services we offer. Detail where you're going to find them. You have to know where to find your customers, because you can have the greatest product and you're sitting in this corner by yourself and people don't know of you and they can't buy you. So you need to know where to find them. Are they on Facebook? Are they on social media? Are they in church? Do they play golf? Do they have kids? Do they go to the PTA? Be able to really describe your customer. Our typical customer for a business is someone who has an idea. That's the first level. Who has not started a business. Second level is a person who has started a business maybe 3 years or more, and maybe they're tracking and making some revenue, but not to the level where they want. Third level is that person who you may be $1 million business, but you could be a $10 million business. And you want to get there. You want to scale. You want to export. We'll work with you also. With NGOs or nonprofits, you may have just started your nonprofit doing wonderful community work, but you just haven't gotten any funding to provide the service that you've set out to do. So once you detail where you find your customers, because where you find your customers, that's where you find your money. That is exactly where you find your money. So once you have these 4 Ds down, you do it again and again and again and again. So how to create a strategic plan in 4 phases. We're gonna go over this. You see the screen here. Repeat what we just said. You've got to know what your products and services are that will give you consistent revenue. And that's really important. Just because you have a fad or something going on right now, will you be able to sell that same product in 6 months, 12 months, 3 years, 5 years? Number 2, who are your customers and how many? That's the important part, how many. People a lot of times can describe their customers, but they don't know how many are there. Now, you heard me say I went global in 2008. Phoebe Marketing Group started in 1997. Had a viable business model here in the United States of America. There are 330 million people in the United States. There are 7.9 billion across the world. So I'm an analytic. So I thought myself, hey, Yvonne, all right, 330 million, 7.9 billion. What do you think? What do you think? Okay. So essentially, 95% of the people in the world are outside of the United States. It was a no-brainer for me, complete no-brainer. So whatever country you're in, and I know Ruby had asked people to put, I saw Ghana, I know Israel here, I'm not sure what the countries and so forth, but whatever country you're in, if you're only selling to the people in your country, my first question is, why? Why are you only selling to them? And I always emphasize this, and a lot of times people will laugh, but I said, anyone who has a website, guess what? You're global, because www means World Wide Web. So if you have a website, you can sell across the globe. Now, just because you have a website, don't mean that people across the globe are going to find you. That's your job, to create a marketing strategy. That's part of it, to reach these people out there. That's number 3, where you're going to find these customers and how much money will you make. Now, I'm going to give everybody 1 minute. I think our time is good. I want everyone to do 1 minute, and I want you to put in the comments. I want you to put in the comments the answer to number 4, because this is where we are now. We want you to look at 2022, how you're going to plan 2022 on how much money you will make. And the second part and hard part of it, how you're going to do it. So if everyone, those who want to, put it to the comment, answer to number 4. How much money will you make and be able to justify it? In other words, I want to make 200,000, 100,000, whatever your currency or whatever. And how you're going to do it simply means give me some descriptions, workshops, sell my products, and sell my services and whatever. So I'm going to do a timer on you and give you 1 minute. I want everybody as many as you can do that. This is interactive. I'm not a talking head for this next hour. I want everyone to participate for those who want to. And then at the end of that 1 minute, I want you to share. Okay. So 1 minute is going to start now. That's 60 seconds, enough time for you to really make a difference with that. All right, timer. Do a lot in 1 minute. Okay, countdown. 57 seconds. And then I want people, let me see, put it in, it will be in the chat. Let me see if anyone's put something down. I'll call it out, but I asked for you there.
Yeah, so Peace says she wants to make 100,000 Ghana cedis. We have Philip putting 600,000.
Okay. Now, Philip, I want you to tell me how you're going to do it. Say I'm going to sell 100, 1,000 of these or 1,000 of them. You got to tell me how you're going to. Tell me how you're going to do it. For 1 million Ghana, going to increase my customer base through digital marketing. You got to be specific. Telling me to increase your customer base is not telling me how much you're going to increase your customer base, how many new customers you're going to get, and all that. Get specific, people. Get specific. 100,000. 1 minute is up. 1 minute is up. Okay. Cut this off. All righty. Go back to you, Philip. Construction contracts. Philip said he wanted to make, was that 600? Let me go back to what you originally said. Can you take yourself off of mute? Because I want to hear you. Philip, can you speak?
600,000.
600,000. And you're going to get 100. You put it by construction contracts. How many construction contracts? What's the average of the contract you have now? What I'm asking all of you are things you need to know. If you're running a business, you need to know this about your business. So Philip, you need to know what's your average construction contract. So if your average is 100,000, that simply means you need 6 of them in 2022. Then if you need 6 of them, how are you going to get those 6? You're not going to sell to everybody you see, because that's where marketing comes in. What do you have to do to develop a marketing plan to reach enough people? And that may be 24, that may be 36, that may be 300. You have to determine that. Numbers are so important. If you do not know,
well, can I come in?
Sure. Is that your
yes. Well, I happen to be in kind of negotiating with a client for a contract. You know, in the construction, we don't quite market online. I mean, you kind of lobby, you tender, and then we are currently in discussions.
Okay, so that's one contract. My question to you, how are you going to get the number of contracts to reach 600,000?
Well, I mean, at 600,000 CDs, you are talking about maybe one contract.
Okay, but again, if you may get one contract in tomorrow or 2 weeks when you negotiate, but you can't depend on that. But what I'm saying is the strategic plan has inside of it a marketing strategy to show you how you can consistently market. Now, you did something, Philip, to be in negotiation with the contract you're in right now. What did you do?
I didn't hear that.
I said, you did something prior to now to market yourself to be in negotiation for the contract you're talking about now. What did you do?
Well, what we did was that we sent out expressions of interest to selected clients.
Okay, stop right there. Philip just mentioned one thing that he did based on tenders that he saw or RFP or solicitations and so forth. That you need to have in your strategic plan. It may be a statement of every month we will explore or research tenders or our requests for proposals or EOIs, expressions of interest to submit. Everyone's not going to respond back to you. It's a numbers game. So let me move to someone else. Somebody else had put in. Tal, okay, let's go to you. 100,000 new customers. How are you going to do that, Tal?
We're actually now pairing up with some of the most media influencers in TikTok and on Instagram and Facebook. I have one that has over 2.5 million customers. She followers. She's one of our customers, and she's really happy. We're going to sign an agreement with her so she can be the promoter of our e-card.
Okay.
And this is one angle, and the other one is
And let
that
me
we
ask you some
issue.
numbers before
Yeah.
you move to the next one. With that influencer, with 25 million or whatever number of connections that she has, how are you going to convert her connections to actual new customers? We have to work out that in between. You're right to go to that goal. Go ahead.
She's becoming our affiliates, and
Okay.
wherever she's posting, at least between 1 to 5% of her followers usually buys, because she has a really unique business account. And I'm taking these numbers, you know, it's sometimes looks too good to be true, but I'm taking it down. So this is only one angle. The other angle that we're issuing.
Right. Well, let's work with one for each person. I want to move forward, but that 1% to 5%, that's a good number. So you work with that 1% to 5% of people will end up buying you. Then that's where you back into reaching those 100,000 customers. Because as you say, that one option may bring you 25,000 or more. Let's go to someone else.
I'd like to call Katie in London.
Okay. Katie, tell me much you want to make and how you're going to do it.
Hi, Yvonne. I just threw a number out there, but really breaking it down. I've been loosely working on a plan for 2022 to bring on 42 new members.
Okay.
And breaking it down into the membership tiers. It would work out to be just over $50,000 US in gross income. And in terms of how that's going to happen, so developing, growing the team here in London, working with more partners, collaborators, and other associations on projects.
And Katie, let me stop you. Put numbers to what you just told me. When you say work with more partners, how many partners? How are you going to do it? Set some monthly or quarterly goals.
Yeah, so it's interesting that you've said that, because I was thinking just how many introductions, just how many proposals do I need to get out? How many do I need to connect with? And so loosely looking at the numbers, I need to at least connect with over 200 potential people to even generate those kind of numbers. And at the moment, I've got 20 collaborators. I probably need to double that.
Exactly. And you did exactly what we want you to do, Katie. Look at what the end result is, but you've got to, I call it back in and figure out how you're going to get there. So you know what you're going to do, just like you got different options, just like Tal has different options, you've got different ones. You want to work with each one of them. And when you say work with each one of them, that really determines what do you need to be doing each month. You know, if you've got 200 or 400 people or connections or collaborators you need to do, okay, that's 5 per week, 10 per week, or whatever. It becomes real, I don't say easy, but more simple when business owners and entrepreneurs will determine their end result, then back into it. That's really your schedule. That's really your process you need to have. So it all works together. So who's going to do it with you? How are you going to have a system to put in place? How can you make it easier for you? Those are all things you're constantly working for. Let me see. We take one more and then I'm going to move on.
Okay. I will call on Dr. Samuel Nkansa. Okay. He's put $200,000. He should tell us how he's going to go about that.
Yes. Let me hear from you.
Right. I am currently in a chat with a global organization to run a series of research and then consultancy work on their behalf. They are still talking. That's why I cannot divulge a lot of the things.
Now that's one person. That's one company. And I say this is that if you sell everyone you're talking to, guess what? You're not talking to enough people. You're not.
Okay.
So you need to market to have that pool of people. Tal has got 1 to 5% of this influencers. Katie talked about her different collaborators. You've got to develop this pool of people who are quote unquote first prospects before they become a customer, because you've got to really close them. Then that's another number you need to develop. What's your closing ratio? I know ours at Phoebe Global, typically 80% of the people we talk to initially about with marketing and promotion of our training, of our strategic planning, 80% of our customers, we have an 80% close ratio. You should know that means that for every 10 we talk to, we get 8 contracts. what's your close ratio? You want to call one more, Ruby, and let me move on.
I can see David Abla. Would you want to take the floor? David, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Yes. So for us, our strategy is to
First of all, how much do you want to make? How much do you want
yes,
to
we
make?
want to make 1 million Ghana cedi.
Okay.
And, yes, and we plan to do this by, like I said, increase our customer base. We want to, as we speak, we are not online in terms of a website. So we want
That's
to,
your first step.
yes.
What's your first name, David? Before
Say
you
again?
even, is your first name David? I want to call you by your name. What's your first name?
David, yes.
David. Your first thing is get a website up. Don't think about
Yes.
anything else. That's your priority.
Yes.
That is your priority, because you're gonna have marketing. They'll look for you online. If you're not online or have a presence online, guess what? You're not in business. Let me be straight with you. You're not in business. First, get in business and get a website. Next.
Yes.
I'm serious. I mean, I bring this to you. You'll get the straight deal from me because I know what it takes to be successful, and you've got to have that. So moving on to
I think I see peace as well.
I'm trying to move to the next slide, and it's not.
Right, okay.
Hold on. Let me see. I wanted to. Why did it freeze up on me? All right now. Okay. All right. I think I missed some. Hold on. Pardon that. Got a slide I'm missing. I don't know why it's not moving on for me. Let me stop for a minute and start back. See if that will help me.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, okay, I wasn't right. So we went over the 3 Ps, we talked about the 4 phases, how much money you want to make, and just take note of the other ones who came on and talked about how much you want to make and really what they're going to do. You've got to be specific. That's where the focus comes in. You've got to be real focused about your business. This is not you saying, well, I want to make 100,000, 200,000 or 3. I don't care if it's just 1,000. You've got to have focus on how you're going to get there. And once you determine your business model that works for you, that's what consistency is. You keep doing it. It's just like when Tal or Katie or David, all the rest of them who spoke up, when you find something that works, when you know your closing ratio, you need to keep doing it. Unfortunately, a lot of entrepreneurs, they'll have your seasonal. And what I mean by that, they'll start a marketing campaign, they'll be on social media, they'll be posting, and then they stop. Number one, they haven't determined what's their results, how many posts will get whatever retractions or whatever. We track our numbers. All of our team members, Matilda, Edna's on, and Sarah, is that we'll send out marketing strategies, or we do collaborative emails. We'll post on our social media. We know for each post what kind of most impressions we're getting. We know if we send out an email, how many will come back. We know we send out our newsletter or MailChimp, what kind of return we're going to get. And we'll keep doing that because that's where that consistency is. So once you have that consistency, then you just replicate, repeat, repeat. You need to practice these daily to achieve success. Daily discipline will create success. Daily discipline, okay? All right. Phrase 1, we went and talked about that. What are your products and services? You need to be able to tell people what it is in a pitch, in a 1-minute pitch. So I want Who's brave enough to give us your pitch here? And let me just lead off by doing ours. Hi, my name is Yvonne Rivers. I'm CEO and founder of Phoebe Global, and you can call me Phoebe. For the past 30 years, we've helped entrepreneurs and businesses and nonprofits achieve success. Our mission is to help everyone become successful by being a business coach to them. We do this through entrepreneur training, strategic planning, leadership development, pitch coaching. You can make money with your pitch. So if you want to be successful, call Phoebe. That's my pitch. How long was that? 30 seconds, 45 seconds? Let's hear from some of you. You want to call on some, Ruby? Who do we
Floor
have?
is open. Any volunteer?
Come on, this is the place to learn.
Otherwise, I'll call someone.
This is the place to learn. No one's brave enough. Come on. This is your business. This is the opportunity.
I'm brave enough. I have
Okay,
an opportunity. I'm taking it.
Every time you get an opportunity to share about your business, how many people are on today, Ruby? How many people we have?
40.
We have 40.
You're getting a chance to talk to sell your business in front of 40 people. You got to jump on this. Okay, 1 minute.
I would like to call Ingrid. Ingrid, are you ready? Let's hear your pitch.
I'll help you with it.
Hello.
Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go. I can. Your time begins now.
I was actually telling Ruby that I'm not brave enough, but anyway, my name is Ingrid. I live in Ghana. I'm the Spanish lady who connects Spanish businesses to Ghanaian businesses.
Great.
Okay.
That's great.
No.
No.
Anyone else?
You didn't tell me how you do it. You didn't tell me what's the difference between you and exactly what makes you that people would want to work with you. So I hear you say you're the Spanish lady who trains. Let me hear the first part again.
Who tries to connect Spanish businesses with Ghanaian businesses.
Okay, so you are that person. What's your first name?
Ingrid.
My name, I'm gonna be you for a minute, okay? My name is Ingrid. I connect Spanish businesses with Ghanaian businesses. And what an opportunity that is, because they can help each other. They've got that synergy and working together. They're overcome barriers in language and everything else. So that's what I do. And I do that by offering translation services. We have trainings, we have eBooks. I can work with you individually. So call Ingrid if you want to connect with your Spanish or Ghanaian businesses. Well, how was that?
Thank
Does that
you
tell
so
the story?
much. It
Does
does
that tell the story?
more or less, it does tell the story. I don't go
That's
into
it.
the translation part, but it goes quite well in the story. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I really
and that's what you
appreciate.
do. That's what you've got to have people to hear keywords in their ears. The purpose of a pitch is for someone to talk to you later. You got 1 minute to talk to somebody. You want to talk to as many people as you can. But after that 1 minute, you want them to remember you. To say, hey, I want to talk to you again because it sounds like I need to work with you. That's what you want. Let's hear another one.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Someone else.
Floor is open. Who wants to take it?
Yeah, I'm in, if it's okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Your time begins now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Tal Zilberberg. I'm the co-owner and CEO of Greenbook USA, and we help businesses and companies to create more referrals to your business, save money by using innovative e-cards and 2 more products that helps your company to increase and enhance all your digital assets. In one click, in one share of a button, you can reach everyone, everywhere, and it places all your digital media in one place. Makes your loyal customers, friends, family to be your sales agents in one click. So if you want more referrals to your business, if you want more revenue to your business, contact me and I will help you to do this with our e-card.
Okay, you had 11 seconds left. Okay, I'm gonna be you for a minute, Tal. Hi, my name is Tal. Do you realize there's 7.9 billion people in the world? Well, guess what? Greenbook, our e-card, helps your business to connect each and every one of them. any digital product you have, they'll be able to find you no matter where they are. And so if they find you, they then can work with you. Otherwise, you become unknown. So that's what we do at eCard, offer you a one-click solution to achieve success.
That sounds great. Thank
What
you.
did I do different than you?
You gathered everything up and just gave them the opportunity that the market, like a FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yes, yes. And the benefit to them. People,
Yeah.
it's like, what's in it for me? People are thinking, what's in it for me? Okay, that's nice. You know, that's tech, that's whatever, that's innovative. But what's in it for me? What am I going to get?
Oh,
That's the
okay.
bottom line that people are looking for. Okay, let me do one more. I'm going to move on. One more. Opportunity here, people.
I'll go.
Well, I got to pull it out of you. This is an opportunity. You can make money on this webinar, okay? And I say that because I've done it. I have been not only the speaker on webinars, I have been in the chat and put my information there, and people were giving me calls afterwards. So take advantage of that. You're missing the mark if you're not doing that. Okay, let's hear it. Start times now.
My name is Allison Yeager, and I'm an American culture and communication consultant, and I'm the founder and CEO of Bridge Intercultural Consulting. I help East Asian companies overcome communication, marketing, and cultural barriers in the US market, leading to increased profit, employee confidence, and company growth. I help understand the expectations and bridge the cultural and communication differences.
Okay. I'm that bridge builder. Imagine yourself on the end of a bridge. You know when you want to cross over, but on the other side of that bridge is other cultures. That's where I come in. I help you walk that bridge, that you know what that culture is, you feel comfortable, and provide all the services and products you may need for that. So I help you hold your hand through that bridge, because we all need that. We're in a global world. We got a lot of people we want to deal with, and if we're not from that culture, we don't understand. We help you understand.
I love it. That's so much better than mine.
Tell your story. Tell your story about who you are, what you do, how you do it, and what's going to be the benefit for them, and they want to do business with you. Show them how you make a difference. You've got to set yourself apart. Let me take one more and we're going to move on. I'm refusing to believe all 40 of you don't want to tell your pitch.
My name is Bennett. Can I give mine?
Yes, time begins now.
All right. My name is Bennett Pente. Just call me Bennett, and I work with Sync Consult. We operate from Ghana, and what we do is to support businesses to create value and to realize their dreams. We do that by covering strategy, financial advisory, and business valuation. Our team comes with 3 key strengths: knowledge, experience, and commitment. Once you work with us, we can guarantee you that your business is going to be successful. Thank you.
Hey, got 15 seconds left. You gave them a guarantee. You give guarantees?
Yes.
Okay, all right, it's on you. But let me talk, I heard 3 key things. Communication, what was those 3 things you mentioned that you provide?
Knowledge, experience, and commitment.
Okay, lead with that. Lead with that. We bring knowledge, experience, and commitment because it takes all 3 of those to be a successful business owner. We've done this for X number of years, put the number of years, and this is how we do it. And our clients have told us that because that's where they have been able to increase their business. That is almost, I never say, oh, I guarantee, because you can't guarantee what people are not going to do or do or whatever. But you want to tell that story about who you are and what you're bringing to them and what sets you apart. That commitment is what I heard you say that makes, I think, sets you apart, that you're committed to them. And let them know, when people know that you care about them and you're ready to help them, their ears will perk up and they want to talk more to you. Okay? All right. So practice that. You tell your story, who you are, what you do, and so forth. So phase one is what are your products and services? So in our training class course that we're going to do is a 2-hour class. We'll go over what they are and be able to illustrate all of those ones with that, okay? Phase two is who are your customers and how many? Now this comes down to market research. Now, all of you, I'm assuming, are already in business, whatever period of time, probably varying different times or whatever. So you should be able to figure out and describe your current customers. So when I ask you who are your customers, you should be able to go back to your customer profiles, who has bought your services in the past 2 years, define them and describe them as customers. Not only to be able to describe them, but also to figure out how many. Like if your customers are business owners, like for us, we have the startup, jumpstart, the growth and the scaling businesses. And really, there are like millions of them. We're not trying to go after all of them because a good portion of the business owners who start businesses are not ready to bring us in as professional coaches and training with that. They're looking for these freebies. So these free courses, we're not their customer. They're not our customer. They're not our customer. We work with businesses who really see the benefit and value of really people like us as coaching and training organizations to come in and work with them, because I say is that you can't teach someone to do something unless you've achieved it yourself. We've achieved success and we can teach other people how to do it. So who your customers are, you need to describe them down to the nth degree. It could be business owners with, as I mentioned, upstart, less than 3 years old, who simply have an idea. Then businesses who've been in business 3 years or more, making their goals. Then those are not making their goals. So whatever your products and services are, you decide and figure out how you're going to find them and where are they. Like you see here, our Phoebe Global customers, they're entrepreneurs, startup growth, the NGOs and nonprofits. We work with corporations and governments, C-suite managers and industry professionals with our leadership development. We've got a She Empowerment training we're doing November 13th. So entrepreneurs seeking funding. I have, I don't know how many of you are in US, but I got one of my clients who appeared on Shark Tank. He's in the promos for the Shark Tank 13th season. So he's going to be appearing, I think in the next 2 to 3 weeks is his episode. Business owners needing direction. Everyone doesn't know how to run a business. You may be a lawyer, doctor, dentist, construction worker, whatever, but you don't know how to run a business. You know your expertise. So lean on that, bring someone who help you work your business with that. Any questions? I can't see the chat, Ruby. Any questions? Okay, I'm assuming not.
Any questions?
Was there a
Shall
question?
we open the floor for questions? Okay, the floor is open for questions. You can unmute or you can put it in the chat box, please.
Yeah.
Or raise your hand using the.
So just going through for phase 1, 2, and 3 is where you're going to find them. You've got to have your marketing. Tal mentioned his social influencers or whatever. You may be LinkedIn, Facebook, or whatever. That phase 4, how you're going to make money, you got to work it out detailed. So some of you put in that. Let me end up with this marketing mindset, 3 M's. Mindset, method, and maximize. You've got to have the mindset to determine your goals. You can't just say, well, as we said, $1 million, 500,000, whatever. You've got to have your mindset. I know I need to work towards this goal, and this is how I'm going to do it. What method you use will vary depending on who you are, where you are. Social media, direct mail, e-cards, doesn't matter. Then maximize to scale. Maximize to scale. And as I said, I think Edna has put in our e-card, we're using this Tal's e-card. So you'll have the class we're starting on, we'll have on strategic planning on November 4th. It'll take place 6:30 to 8:30 Ghana time, PM. The cost is $69. $69, people, for 2 hours of me to train you. With that $69, which is the premium price, you'll get the PowerPoint presentation and the Zoom video. So that's my pitch for the class. You take it, you grow, you set a plan for 2022. And I'm open to answer any questions you've got. How much more time we've got, Ruby? You good with time?
Yeah, we got about 20 minutes. So the floor is open if you have any specific questions. Katie, I see your hand up. Take the floor.
Thanks, Ruby. And Yvonne, thank you for today. I'll definitely be at that session. I think it is just invaluable what you're teaching us today, even just a snippet. I do have a question around, okay, so you mentioned where you find your customer, then you find your money. I love that. How do you keep your customer and continue to make money?
Oh, good, 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 good. You keep your customer by touching them at least 7 times per year. At least 7, and touching them means that on your email list, maybe quarterly, you're responding back to them. You always keep them abreast of other things you're doing. And you really want to, I use the word, not set them up, but when you work with them, when you get your customer the first time they've ever spent money on you, they've given you money, I always will ask them, why did you engage with me? I want to know. I want to know why they chose me. I want to know why they became my customer, because that tells me what they're looking for. And when I say what they're looking for, it's not a one and done. When you have a customer, you get one sale, you can't leave it as that, because it's constantly evolving. So in the conversation, when you're closing them on the first deal, you're going to be talking to them. Well, you know, we're starting you off with this now. We're working you to start your business. We need to look at your strategy in the next 3 to 4 months, and we'll bring you in now and see where you are. And typically when I start with the client, I first of all have an initial consultation. So these are courses and we're offering here now. I'm a business coach, so I have an initial consultation that's typically an hour and a half. They simply talk to me. I basically diagnose where they are like a doctor or lawyer. And my cost for that initial consultation is between $200 and $250 US. Give them a lot of information during that one session. During that session, we determine what they want to achieve and what I'm recommending them to do. It may be taking our Business Institute training or our Leadership Institute training, or to work directly with me in business coaching. So I'm really getting their mindset. This is a relationship we're building. So it's up to you, Katie, to start them off that way, and make sure you let them know that you can hold them in with everything they need to achieve. Don't let them believe as if figure, okay, if they just get one product from you and think that that's going to hold them or whatever. Let them know that you're there for them. And I use that word, I walk with you hand in hand across the bridge, across your reaching your goals and all of that. So, but you got to stay on the pulse. You got to stay connected to them. That's how you keep them. And you go back to it. I will guarantee if all of you who have been in business for over 1 year, between now and October 30th, you reach out to all your customers in the next 2 weeks, you will make money. Come back and tell me about it.
That was great. I think Dr. Bennett's hand is up. You want to ask a question?
Okay.
Yes, I got a question. Yvonne, beautiful presentation, and thank you very much. In the consulting business that we're in, the success rate has never been 80%. Sometimes it's 100%. You speak to 2 clients, you get a job. But when I was with the big 5 then, 10% was seen as a very good performance rate. And then when we started Sync Consult, our own business, we've been working around 20%. So for every 10 potential customers that you speak to, once you get 2 businesses out of that, we consider that, you know, high performance. That is one. The other thing is that sometimes
let me chime in if I can. If you are only getting 10% to 20%, you are not targeting your customers, and you're talking to people who are not your customers. You need to talk to people who are your customers, because obviously if you're talking to 10 people and only getting 2, then probably those other 8 who you're not getting buyers from, they weren't your customers even before you talk to them. See, that's why to back again and find out specifically who your customers are. We don't, my team will tell you, I don't know if Tilda's on or not, but I think she set me up on a Zoom conference, well, meeting with someone. I'm not sure what country and so forth. And the team is really, they're good, they're on point. And I came back and said, they weren't our customers. Why did you set me up with them? I don't talk to people who are not our customers or have the potential to be our customers. So you need to really be able to be more qualify better, that pool that you're reaching out to, they're more than likely to be your customers. Their circumstances are that they maybe not time now or whatever else, but they need to be your customers before you talk to them. Okay.
Thank you very much for that. And then the second one has got to do with...
I got to go to another question. I'm trying to get it to as many people. And this is what you do. You know, I register for the class.
All right.
Register for the class. Edna, have you put the Eventbrite link in the comments or chat? If you'll do that.
Yeah, I don't see any more questions. And I think we do have another event coming up shortly. So I think we should be rounding up. That was a great presentation, Yvonne, many times.
I need to, Edna, I need that Eventbrite in the chat. I'm not going to do this presentation and not give access to people who sign up for this class. Or Ruby, can you send it out?
Okay. Otherwise, we can follow up after the event directly to all the participants as well.
So thank you. Register for the class, set your strategic plan, and be successful in 2022.
Thank you, Yvonne. For me, I definitely will be signing up for that training, and I encourage others to do so. We've heard it all. We need to get our acts going for next year. And we really, really enjoy all the tips that you share with us this evening. For those of you joining us for the very first time, Global Chamber, we are open for membership. If you want to take your business global next year, this is the time to join the Global Tribe. I see that our founder and CEO is joining us on the call today. Doug, if you want to round it up with your closing remarks, please. Doug, are you there?
I am here. Sorry, I was copying over the link to Phoebe's seminar, so I made sure that I had it. I really appreciate, Ruby, all that you do. You're doing some great work. And Phoebe, you're amazing. Everything that you touch turns to gold. And so definitely check out everybody, the conference, the seminar that she's got coming up. And dial into Global Chamber. We've got a lot coming up in 2022. The world has evolved into just a really unique, special place now post-COVID, and with the African trade agreement that's in place across the continent, there are many, many opportunities. And so thank you, Ruby, for the opportunity to say a couple words, and looking forward to a great 2022 with Phoebe's help, of course.
Absolutely. I want to see everybody reach their goals. Everyone reach their goals in 2022.
Okay, thank you, everyone. And for those who want to on their video so we can just quickly network among ourselves, feel free to do that. We have a few minutes left. And then, of course, you can use the chat box to share your details so that people can connect with you. Thank you all. Yes, thank you all for coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby.
Thank you very much, Ruby.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
If any of you are looking for any specific connections, please let me know, and we'll help with that. Katie, thanks for coming. Carl, thanks.
Loved it.
Yeah, looking forward to see you tomorrow in the event.
Yes, an invitation for all of you to join Carl tomorrow. It will be 5:30 Ghana time. So anyone interested, just let me know and I'll share the link with you.
Thanks, Ruby. Thank you, Yvonne, for everything. Amazing meeting.
Yeah, I see Marina joining us from Togo. Thanks for coming. Great.
Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Ruby. It was my great pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thanks for coming today. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Michael. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing fine. Yourself, Ruby?
Great. I hope you enjoyed the section.
Yes, please.
Okay. Hi, Raymond. Joining us from Kumasi.
I think my screen has turned around. So, okay, just a minute. Okay.
I can see you now. Hi, Valeria. How are you?
Yeah. I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm good. Guys, turn on your videos so that we can network. Hi, Philip.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Hi, I just put on my video. Hi, Ruby.
Good to see you too.
Hi, Yunam.
Thank you for the invite. I really did enjoy the session.
Glad you did. Hi, Peace. How are you? Hi, Gifty.
Hi, Ruby. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Great. I will be joining that training.
Hello, good evening.
Because I need to put the plan together for next year. Hi, Larry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you too, baby?
Very well. Very well. I hope you enjoyed the section.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Just that I joined quite late, but I caught up, so it's fine.
Okay. For those of you who joined late, once the video is ready, the recording is ready, I'll be happy to share that.
Fantastic.
Okay. Hi, Kofi Bamsa. It's been a while. Hi, Dr. Simon Kansa. We have some of the members here.
It's been a good meeting.
If you want to take 2 seconds to pitch your business, we still have some few minutes.
Not for today. I'm
Okay.
fine.
Right.
Hello, Ruby. How are you doing?
Right. Who is this?
Hello.
Kofi.
It's Kofi Bansa.
Yeah, Kofi Bansa. How are you?
Yeah,
We
I'm
need to
fine.
catch up.
I was on another meeting, so I couldn't talk, but like I got everything. It was very interesting.
Okay. Kofi is one of our advisory board members. Thanks for joining. I think I saw her now a year earlier. Is she still here? I think she's left.
Hi, Bennett. So nice to see you. Hi, Bennett.
So nice to see you after all these years.
It's been a while. Hopefully we'll link up. Yeah. Ruby, I gotta go. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No worries. So I think we have 2 minutes to go. Once again, thank you all for your time. I really appreciate it, for all the support, and let's help your business grow.
Okay.
Hi, Ruby. Good evening.
Before we go, thanks, Ruby, for bringing Bennett on.
Larry, yeah, thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm on now.
Yes, nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you, Larry.
And Ojam.
Hi, Benjamin. We do have a student member as well. Hi, Benjamin. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Very well. I hope you enjoyed the section.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Great.
Hi, Ruby. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, this is Globinar. I think I'm new to this platform, so you may not have noticed. I joined in halfway into the session, so I wasn't able to get that much, but I'm sure when you share the link, I'll then be able to watch everything in full.
Okay, I hope you've put your details in the e-link that was shared earlier.
No, please, I haven't been able to. So I think what I will do is, do I need to put it in the chat box or?
Yes, you can put it now, and then I can pick your details,
okay,
and then we can have a chat afterwards, and I can explain how you can become a member.
sure, thank you.
All right, so on that note, it's good night from me. Thank you so much for your time, and all the best with your business plans. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the wonderful George Fuller here.
Thank you, George. Glad to see you.
Thank you, Ruby. Hey, Cesar, are you going to be closing the room?
Okay.
You can close the room so we can go to the next meeting.
That would be great.
Okay.
Who's going to close the room?
To do that, Doc. Cesar, are you there?
Cesar, are you there?
Hello, Cesar. Oh.
Let's see. I might be able to figure it out.
Okay. He's made me a host, so I'll see if I can close it.
Yeah, if you can, it would be great. Let's see, where is it?